Ever been stuck needing to move some money around, but worried your bank might put the brakes on it? Maybe you're finally paying back that loan to your friend, or splitting the rent with roommates. Whatever the reason, knowing your transfer limits is key. So, if you're a Chime user and you're wondering, how much can I actually move with this thing? You've come to the right place. Now, Chime isn't your typical bank. It's a financial technology company, which means it partners with actual banks to offer its services. This can be a big advantage in terms of fees and flexibility, but it also means things can work a little differently when it comes to transfers. So, buckle up, because we're about to untangle the web of Chime transfer limits. Let's talk limits, debunking the myths. First things first, let's clear up some misconceptions. There's a common belief that Chime limits the total amount of money you can transfer in or out of your account each month. This isn't quite true. Chime itself doesn't impose a blanket limit on ACH transfers, which are those electronic transfers that take a few business days to complete. That means you can generally move as much money as you want using ACH, as long as the funds are coming from or going to another bank account. Hold your horses, partner. External bank blockades. But here's the catch. While Chime might not have a limit, your external bank might. Many traditional banks have their own restrictions on how much money can be transferred in and out each month. These can vary depending on the bank and the type of account you have, so it's always a good idea to check with them directly if you're planning a big transfer. Same-day speed, different limits. Chime Pay Anyone. Now, what if you need to get money to someone right away? Chime offers a service called Pay Anyone, which lets you send money electronically to pretty much anyone with a valid email address or phone number. This is super convenient, but it does come with its own set of limits. You can find your current Pay Anyone limits within the Chime app under Settings and then View Limits. These limits can change, so it's a good idea to check in there from time to time. Daily spending spree? Not quite. While Chime doesn't have a limit on the number of ACH transfers you can make, it does have daily spending limits. These limits apply to all your debit card purchases, ATM withdrawals, and even cashback rewards. Again, you can find your current daily limits within the Chime app. If you ever reach your limit, you won't be able to make any more purchases until it resets at midnight Mountain Standard Time. Savings to checking shuffle, the regulation shuffle. There's one more twist to consider: transfers between your Chime checking and savings accounts. Believe it or not, there's a federal regulation that limits the number of transfers you can make from a savings account to a checking account in a single month. This is 6, folks, 6 transfers. It's an oldie but a goodie, and it applies to Chime as well. If you exceed this limit, you'll have to wait until the next month to transfer any more money from your Chime savings account. Chime on the move, making informed transfers. So, there you have it. While Chime itself doesn't have a blanket limit on ACH transfers, there are a few things to keep in mind: external bank limitations, Pay Anyone limits, daily spending limits, and that pesky federal regulation on savings transfers. By understanding these factors, you can be a Chime transfer whiz, moving money around with confidence and avoiding any unwanted roadblocks. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.